Look, I go to lots of schools and colleges and universities and talk about various aspects. And I ask the youngsters, you picked your name as a Christian or a Hindu or a Buddhist or a Jain or whatever, but do you really agree with that enterprise? And this is my real experience in routine life. I do this all the time. Almost every day I go to some school. Now vast majority, and in some schools 90% of the youngsters say blatantly, we are not religious. Even though we tick our name, this is just to acknowledge our tradition. We come from this tradition, that's what we are acknowledging. But we do not go along with this enterprise anymore. So then my next question to them is, if you are not religious, what are you? They say, we are spiritual. There's good stuff here. I've heard that word. It's nice, rounded, right, warm word. You're spiritual. And of course, then I would ask them, what do you mean by spiritual? Of course, I like to quiz them too, because they're going to do that to me in a minute anyway. So what do you mean by spiritual? Let me give you some examples. And some say, it's things like, love and compassion and all that. I say, it's nice to use these rounded terms, warm terms, love and compassion. Now, what is this love thing? Because you must dig deeper. You are saying spiritual means being loving. So I'm saying, what is this love thing? And if I ask a 5-year-old child, what is love? And the child knows very clearly. He said, it's so easy. You feel nice and warm. That's love. I said, my boy, suppose I plonk you in front of the radiator in a winter morning and you start feeling nice and warm. Are you in love with the radiator now? He said, no, I didn't mean that. You ask a teenager, what do you mean by love? And of course, he becomes very ticklish, becomes fidgety. It looks, I know exactly what you're trying to say. If the girl that you met at the party replies to your text message, that surely is love. You say, yes, you got it. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, my boy. There is something there, but most of the reason why we're feeling ticklish is because there are these pesky little things called hormones playing up in your system. So then you ask a grown-up, define love. What is this love that we say is spiritual? What is this love business? And they'll say, well, Mr. Lakhani, so straightforward. Love means you take care of others. You take care of other people. That shows love. That's the expression of love, to be caring. Sounds again very good. And then you say, look, if you went to the restaurant down the corner, and as soon as you enter, you plonk a 50-pound tip to the waiter before you start. That waiter will be hovering around you, taking care of you throughout the day. Sir, are you warm enough? Can I put the napkin for you? He's so caring, more than your family members any day. Does it mean the waiter is falling in love with you now? You see, the reason why I'm lightening up is this. We are dealing with very subtle ideas. When you try and capture the essence of what is meant by the spirit, it will defy being captured. Every attempt you make to capture it, encapsulate it, articulate about it, you will fall short of the target. Now you may feel this is terrible, this is a waffly idea. To the contrary, this is the very potency of the phenomena. If it was ever possible to capture the idea of the spirit through any such gymnastics, intellectual gymnastics or articulation, if it was possible to capture it, do you know what we will do? Of course, we'll bottle it up and put it next to the gin and the vodka and say, spirit here, spirituality in this bottle now. You would immediately, if it was ever possible to capture what is meant by the word spirit or spirituality, it loses all its potency. It becomes the lapdog of your intellect, of your mental activity. It is no longer the spirit. So the fact that it avoids being captured through all this various articulation is a good sign, not the weakness, it's the very strength of the idea of the spirit.
Free e-learning course in Hinduism. To register, please visit www.hindu-academy.com.
Talks on Hinduism, sponsored by People Care, encouraging caring for the elderly in their own homes. For more information, please visit peoplecare.com.